try the study guide on your own first before going through this video. So it's not going to be helpful if you just fill it in with the video for this one. Try it on your own. Make sure you're ready for the quiz tomorrow. Number 1, volume of a cylinder, diameter is 6. That means the radius is 3. And the height is 14. So volume equals pi times 3 again because it's squared times 14. 3 times 3 times 14 gives us 126. So you can leave it as 126 pi. Or if you want to go ahead and multiply by 3.14, 395.64. Number 2, volume of a prism. Volume equals length, width, height. So volume equals 5 times 3 times 4. Let's see, 5 times 3 gives us 15, times 4 is 60. 3, 4, 5, and 6, you are finding the area and perimeter. Unless it's a circle, then we call it circumference. So for number 1, right angle tells us the base and the height. So area equals 1/2, 8, and 15. Half of 8 gives us 4 times 15 is 60. Perimeter then, add up all the sides. 17 plus 8 plus 15 gives us 40. Number 4, area equals 1/2. The height is 4. And the two bases are 5 and 8. Half of 4 gives us 2. 5 plus 8 gives us 13. So the area is 26. Perimeter means you add up all 4 sides here. So 5 plus 5 plus 4 plus 8. 22. Number 5, area pi r squared. The radius would be 6 because all the way across is 12. So 6 times 6. So either 36 pi or 113.04. Either answer's fine, but make sure you include the pi symbol. And remember, that means times. So if you're typing something into a calculator or into an online answer, you need to multiply. And then for circumference, 12 pi, 12 times 3.14, 37.68. Last one here. Area equals, base and height are formed by the 90-degree angle, so 10 times 3, 30. And then the perimeter is the outside, so we don't include 3 for the perimeter, but it still has 4 sides. 2 that are 3.2 and 2 that are 10. So 26.4. Second page. Number 7. You're only going to fill up the cylinder halfway. So once you find your answer, we have to divide by 2. The radius is 8, and then the height is 9. So volume equals pi times 8 times 8 again, because it's squared, times 9. And then we're going to divide by 2, because we're only filling it up halfway. So either 8 times 9 divided by 2, 288 pi, or times 3.14, 288 times 904.32. Either one works. Next one. Here's a clue. They gave you both formulas. That means you need to use both formulas. First thing, they gave you the area. So use the area formula first. If the area equals 254.34, then you are plugging that in for the letter A. 254.34 equals pi r squared we're trying to solve this for r first. So we're going to divide both sides by pi. It cancels out over here on the right, but on the left you have to actually do 254.34 divided by 3.14. 81. So the radius squared equals 81. So take the square root. The radius is 9. So now use that to find circumference. If the radius is 9, then the diameter is 18. So circumference equals 18 pi, or 56.52. Complex shapes. So for number 9, you're finding the volume of the top, the volume of the bottom, and adding them together. For the top, pi r squared h. The h didn't come through here. So volume equals pi times the radius would be 4. All the way across is 8, so the radius is 4. The height is 10. Since the bottom shape is not going to be in terms of pi, you need to actually multiply. So 3.14 times 4 times 4 again because it's squared times the height 10. So the top part is 502.4. The bottom part, length, width, height, 22, 8, 10. 22 times 8 times 10. 1,760. So then the last part here is to find the total, so we add them together. 1,760 plus 502.4. 2,262.4. Second one, remember these ones, you can find the entire volume and then take away this part that's missing. You could find the volume of the top part and then find the volume of the bottom part. Or you could find the volume of kind of the left side and the right side. I'm going to go with that way. So I'm going to draw a line here. This is 4. The whole thing is 7. So that means this top part is 3. This part's also 10. So for the bottom shape, this prism here, I would be doing 8 times 4 times 10. So 320. So then the top part is 3 by 3 by 10. So 3 times 3 times 10, 90. So last step, add them together. So no matter how you split it, your answer for this one should be 410. Moving on to angles. Number 11. These form a straight line. They are supplementary, so that means when we add these together, they should equal 180. Combine like terms. 2x's plus an x is 3x. Positive 3, negative 6, negative 3 equals 180. Add 3 to both sides. So 3x equals 183. So x is 61. It did say to find the angle measures then too. So you're plugging 61 back in. If you want, you can do 61 minus 6 over here, so this one's 55. So then the other one has to be 180 minus 55. So 125. Second one, these ones are complementary, so they equal 90. 2x's, 3x's, that gives us 5x. Positive 46 minus 6 gives us 40. Equals 90. Subtract 40 on both sides. So now 5x equals 50, so x is 10. Same thing, plug it back in, find the angle measures. So 2 times 10 is 20, plus 46 is 66. So you could either do 90 minus 66, or 3 times 10 is 30, minus 6 is 24. Number 13, which side lengths can form a triangle? Select all that apply. So remember, the two smaller have to be bigger than the longest length. So for this one, 7 plus 7 gives us 14. It's bigger than 7. Next one, 10 plus 12 is 22. It's bigger than 20. Third one, the two smaller would be 2 and 10. That gives us exactly 12, so that doesn't work. Next one, 5 plus 8 is 13. It's bigger than 10. 15 and 17 is 32, so that's bigger than 31. Last one, 12 plus 15 is 27. It's bigger than 20. The next one was very similar. So by justifying, that means tell me it's side, 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 and show me that they're adding up to be bigger than the longest side. So for A, 5 plus 2 equals 7, so that's no triangle. B, 3 plus 4 is bigger than 5, so that's unique. Side, side, side. C, 5 plus 7 is less than 15, so no triangle. 6 plus 6 gives us exactly 12, no triangle. 8 and 4 would be the two smaller sides. That's bigger than 11, so that would be unique because side, side, side. Last one like that, 9 and 16 are the two smaller sides. That gives us 25, so that's smaller than 30, no triangle. For G, you're telling me what a possible third length could be. So if we say these are our two smaller sides, then 3 plus 6 gives us 9. So our two smaller sides could be, or a bigger side could be 7 or 8. Or we could do 5 or 4, because 3 plus 5 gives us something bigger than 6, and 3 plus 4 gives us something bigger than 6. Last couple, surface area. Cylinder. Remember, draw a net. So the center should be a rectangle. And then we should have a circle on top and a circle on the bottom. To label them, radius halfway across is 8, and then the height is 10. So first thing, find the area of the circles. So area equals pi r squared. So the radius is 8, so either 64 pi or 64 times 3.14, 200.96. And this circle down here would be exactly the same. For the middle rectangle, this length right here is the same as the distance around, and we call that circumference. So circumference is pi times diameter, so the diameter of this circle would be 16, 2 times 8. So 16 pi. And then it's a rectangle, so length times width, 16 pi, times the width is 10. So 160 pi, or 502.4. Last step for surface area, add them all up. You can leave it in terms of pi or not. It's up to you. If we add these all up, 64, 64, 160, 228 pi, or if you didn't leave it in terms of pi, you could have, and that should be 288, sorry. 288 times 3.14 904.32. All right, last one. Rectangular prism net. Remember, it's a rectangle in the middle. And then another one kind of forming a T. And then you should have another line to make 4 down the middle, and then 1 on either side. You should have 6 sides. To label them, find it easiest to start with the biggest one, and that goes down the center. So then the next biggest kind of makes the T with it. So 5, 5. And then these would also be 5s. So then the only thing left should be the smallest, and it goes with the corners. So then to find area of a rectangle, you just multiply the sides. So this top one, 3 times 5 is 15, and 2 away down there should also be 15. All the way to the left, 3 times 10 is 30, 2 away should be 30, and then in the middle, 5 times 10 is 50, so 2 away is also 50. So last step, add them all up. You should have 2 of each number, and you should have 6 total. So 2 30s, 2 15s, and 2 50s. So our total, 190.